What up? What up? What up? Second time recording a session and just overall outlook for the day. I mean, I am personally bearish, or I would like to see price go down into, at least on NQ, I'd like to see price go down this OT of this range here from this low, this high OT, standard deviation, -1. Consolidating towards downside, have this breaker block here lined up with OT, be perfect price, see price go into that, but price already did also come into this hourly equilibrium, so if it goes higher, it's definitely could be expected. Did create a large SMT though on the higher time frame, so could see price go down to these lows to validate that SMT. But other than that, just a lot of waiting today. Basically, that's about it. Price already creating an SMT right now. Another bearish SMT. NQ's still holding bearish, but while I'm also expecting price could go higher, as well as this daily fair value gap lined with equilibrium that NQ filled the whole way and respected. So, and created this hourly rejection block that price did come into and tapped, uh, barely missed CE. I mean, by like a tick, but came into and delivered off of. Yeah, just kind of keeping an eye on this. Price is kind of setting up fairly nice. So definitely bullish on ES, but NQ's definitely bearish here, but it's just not correlated, creating other SMTs. We do have CPI tomorrow as well, so just gotta be cautious with that. Price also over the whole market session total, big expansion over London or Asia session, about 500 points, and just a whole lot of consolidation basically over London session. So definitely expecting NQ, even though we do have CPI tomorrow, expecting NQ to make some type of move today. I would prefer it, like I was kind of saying, to um, where is it at? Would like CNQ definitely come down into this breaker here and you know react off of, but that is currently still 280 points from where we're at, but I mean definitely not undue or like not unexpected, but just have to be patient. Chris came in as CEO that 5 minute rejection block. Yeah, this hourly fair value gap. while price is still very bullish and slow on ES, so definitely would like to see price move through this rejection block. Mainly, like I said, I just want to see price move through that set way. Price could again come into this OT and this breaker here. Have some indecision candles here, but ES is respecting this 5-minute gap here still. Nasdaq took out Asia low, which, holy shit, ES still has yet to even come into London though. Prices fully came down and disrespected the rejection block. This tiny little wick here, I wasn't really too fond of for the invalidation of it, but this candle down definitely has done it for me. And I'm sure ES it took out the slow. I'm sure at least hopefully it closes below this fair value gap here. I'd like to see ES start to come down and take London low at some point here shortly in the next few minutes. I mean, we're just in such a large SMT. I mean, if it holds Asia, if ES comes down, takes London low, holds Asia low, like probably stays within like this range here and holds Asia low, while NQ comes all the way down into this breaker, definitely would give me a lot of confidence for longs from there. And from this breaker, I'll probably just wait for some 5-minute structure to be formed. Hopefully, price, if it comes in here, doesn't just take off from there. Probably wait for some 5-minute structure because it is an hourly breaker and OTE. So wait for that 5-minute structure, and then if stop's too large, take an entry trigger from it. I really don't want to see this price sweep this and this 5-minute gap on ES. I guess gaps on ES and then close and respect this 5-minute fair value gap I had earlier. That wouldn't be nice. it is a 15-minute gap on ES as well, which isn't cool. Just looking at some PD arrays over here that prices come into and respected is all. You also have 10 a.m. open here in 3 minutes. Well, for 10 a.m., I would definitely like it to see open higher and then go lower because, again, we are within an hour of the equilibrium. If price manipulates lower, I mean, probably be forced to kind of look for longs from there. Price has entered EQ of this range whilst nearly making another SMT. Bearish SMT anyways. On the 1 minute, definitely is. So here we have 10 a.m. open. Definitely kind of what I want to see. Manipulation higher. I mean, we have a 13-point manipulation downside, but personally, I'm not a huge fan of that. Okay, I've made another bearish SMT by ES taking these highs here while NQ stays way below. Definitely interested in shorts on ES just because it's also a CISD. And it'll be within EQ. And it's going to be a 5-minute rejection block on ES. ES is lagging index to the downside, is why I'd rather take it on that instead of NQ. NQ is creating a 5-minute rejection block at equilibrium. PS doesn't visit 10 a.m. while NQ does, would definitely be keeping an eye out for a NQ just because, I mean, it's a 33-point stop. I personally don't like it for the range we're in, so I mean, I would definitely wait for a 1-minute entry trigger out of this 5-minute rejection block when it gets formed at 10 a.m. open. And 0.62 of OTE is in line with 10 a.m. as well. Not anymore, but OTE is just in line with that 10 a.m. at the moment until it goes all the way down into this rejection block. 7:05 is just right above 10 a.m. So if price starts to go up from here, would be interested in price tapping into 10 a.m. But definitely need some bullish closes here. ES is in the CE of this 5-minute rejection block here. Ten a.m. could come in, or NQ could come in at 10 a.m. and ES creating a bearish SMT at this high here. While 10 a.m. sweeps the side, taps 10 a.m. or NQ sweeps the side, taps 10 a.m. Just gauge what the risk would be if I were to. Not terrible if I were to just enter at that. Kind of worried about just being like left behind. For here. Rather be in the trade than left behind, if anything, but we already tapped it, so just have to play within an entry trigger model here on NQ. Just have to see. Definitely could market order on micros, but I'm going to close this order just again because we are within this 5-minute rejection block on NQ. We could be creating a bearish SMT. Definitely wouldn't take this as my entry trigger just because we're not really rejecting anything besides just being in that 5-minute rejection block, and that's personally not good enough for me. I would have, if anything, if I wanted to take a 1-minute rejection block entry trigger, it would have been after like sweeping this high, but then that would have also invalidated this 5-minute rejection block. So I'm just not a huge fan of that being left. If anything, ES looked like a cleaner take for that 1 minute, if anything. I'm gonna press sell here just for this 1 minute OTE range. We are creating just bearish SMTs, so I mean, this would just be my one trade of the day if this gets canceled or anything, just because I mean my main thing is just coming into this breaker block. Definitely a little bit more of a gamble, just again because I'm not a huge fan of this rejection block being formed here, if you want to call it that. If anything, kind of like just peeping just this rejection block is a lot clearer than that other one because it has this 1 minute fair value gap here. Came into 10 a.m., created down into 10 a.m., then created this, but just have to see if this is invalid or not. And looks like it's going to be. And there. Again, that's kind of like my kind of was aware that this definitely was a low probability, but since we're just creating SMTs left and right, definitely just watch this for a few more minutes. If anything, I might just see what PM session looks like, and if we come down into this breaker block here, and if not, it's a good uh place to possibly trade from tomorrow. So if anything, I mean, this is like a slightly better rejection block, still respecting that 5 minute, I guess, to be fair. I'll take this one now, but within this, we're not really within any sort of discount or anything besides just equilibrium on the 5 minute. Or the 0.62 as well, OTE. But if I were to even like want shorts, then holy news. Wow. Holy shit. Wow. That's insane. Should have went into that. Something was said. There's some type of news. Holy shit. That's insane. That's just unlucky. That's just unlucky. Everybody's just having a reaction off of it right now. That's just insane. Wow. Completely decimated that rejection block there. That's wow. Yeah, I mean, just based off of that, definitely not super interested in trading the rest of the day because there's some type of news that I'm unaware what it is yet. Yeah, I mean, definitely from there, from whatever news dropped, definitely not gonna bother with the rest of today just because yeah, I mean, already no news Monday, CPI tomorrow. I took my one risky trade in my opinion. Uh, but again, just for an eval, so not too worried about it. And yeah, with that news, who knows what market's gonna be like for the rest of the day. So definitely gonna leave that there, and possibly, I mean, I'll look at PM session just to see where price is at and see if I want to take anything out of this breaker if price comes into it. So that'll be it for this one.